Hey everybody, so today I got the VIOFO. This one is the A139 Pro. This also comes with the Starvis image sensor, so I'm curious if it will actually do a little bit better compared to some of the others that I've done. A quick disclaimer, this one was sent over to me to try. Inside we do have our dash camera. Now this one does not have a screen. You got all manual buttons here, so you got power record. I'll have to check that, it must be like some kind of a hazard. You got your microphone, you got Wi-Fi button. Over here you'll be able to put your micro SD card. And on the top, you'll have all your connections that you need. And of course, the camera is adjustable. Then we have our rear camera that will go in the back. That's also adjustable. It does come with a cigarette lighter plug. You do get a fairly long cord. This one does have more of a coaxial type cable that goes to the camera. This is for the rear one, and it's a pretty long cable as well. You do have a regular USB. You got your little pry tool. You got a couple of the little sticker things, your manual. You got some extra stickers, so if you ever need to swap it out into another car, you can. It also comes with a little adapter for a USB for your micro SD card, so you can plug that into your computer. One other thing that this one has that most dash cameras do not is this one actually has a filter that will help with glare and everything. So I'm curious how well that's going to work. Anyway, we'll go ahead and get this installed and I'll get some footage and we'll just see how well this camera works. All right, so I do have the dash cam hooked up. I ran the wire up through the liner for the rear camera and ran it all the way down through the floorboards here to the back. And I have it up here in the back window. Now, it wasn't long enough to do a Super Crew truck. Don't know about like a Suburban or something like that, though. I realized I already ran one of the wires, so I can't actually just hold it up to the camera right now. But you can easily remove it in and out of your vehicles. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you a little bit of the app. Since this one doesn't have a screen, you have to do everything from the app. So what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna have to go in and you're gonna have to connect to the network, and it's gonna be broadcasting its own network. You're gonna see it as the 5G VIOFO, and you're gonna click on that or whichever dash cam you have from them. It just said that it was connected. Now from there, we could go back to the app and go ahead and connect your camera. And then we're gonna be able to see all the cameras that are connected. So this one has both the rear and the front. Now this one is 4K in the front and 1080p in the back. You could also go in, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording there. Now you could go in and you can see the files, all the files that it has recorded. And it's got some from a couple days, and then I deleted a couple days since I was messing with stuff. You could also go in and you can see your locked ones, and then you can see your parking files. Now for the parking ones, your G sensor, you're gonna have to hardwire this. Mine's not hardwired, so I won't be able to show you that part. Now let's go over to the settings. If we go there, you will be able to change the resolutions, and you can choose between the 4K, you could go 1600 there. Now the 1080p is pretty much all you could do for that rear one, but you could drop it down to a 1440 2K for the front one. I kept it at 4K. As for the loop recording, you can do from 1 minute all the way up to 10 minutes. I have discovered that VIOFO, I've done 2 of their dash cameras, and both of them are up to 10 minutes. Most of them that I do are usually 3 or 5. You do have the option that you could record your audio. You could change your exposure values. Also, speaking of the exposure stuff, I did show you that filter, and I did have the filter on there. It does help a little bit, but it didn't really take all the glare away. You could also choose to record in HDR or not. And your G sensor, like I said, you're gonna have to hardwire it for that. You got your date stamps. You also got your GPS that will show up on the videos. And the GPS are gonna be your geo coordinates, so you will have to plug those in to get your exact address. And then there's a lot of other stuff in there that you can do as well. You also got voice notifications. You can turn that on and off. It does make a lot of beeps and chirps and everything, so you can turn that off if you wish. You could also change your speed limit. Now, I ended up having mine in kilometers per hour the whole time, but you can go in there and you can change it to either kilometers or miles per hour. You could also choose to turn that stuff on and off. So I'll show you here, you could have everything off, or you could do your speed plus your coordinates. You could do just your speed or just your coordinates. So that's up to you if you want that on or not. Now, as for my opinion on this dash camera, I think the footage is really good. I think it has a really nice picture, really nice resolution. I'm actually able to see the license plates better than a lot of the other dash cameras. I was even able to zoom it in a little bit and be able to pull it out. It's enough where I can see it. It's not the clearest, not the best in the world, but you actually can see the license plate, so that's already a plus for me. Now, there is no screen, so that's going to be a con for a lot of people out there who would rather have that screen. But you can do everything from the phone, and it will work pretty well. When you're setting it up, I would recommend hooking it up to your phone. That way you can see the live view as you're setting it all up. You can make sure that you're in the right orientation and everything, because I actually put the rear one on upside down the first time. Anyway, this is the VIOFO Pro, and I think the dash cam actually works pretty well. Hopefully it gives you a better idea what to expect with it.